Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a weight loss hypnosis session that was created for a client that had already lost a significant amount of weight. They had actually lost, in England we would call it a stone. It's around about 11, 12 pounds, and they were about a quarter of the way towards the ideal weight that they wanted for them. And they had a short break with a friend that they were going to be traveling to, going abroad, in about 6 weeks after the session took place. So what they wanted to do is to lose another 10, 11 pounds for that break. And that would mean that they would be one clothing size lower than they were at the present point when they were hearing the hypnosis session. So what you're going to hear in this hypnosis session is what's called pseudo-orientation in time. It's actually taking them to the future to imagine 2 weeks after the holiday has already finished, and they're then looking back at the photos from that, seeing themselves having already lost the weight and wearing the clothes that they could only wear if they continue to lose weight at the progress that they're doing. And what this does is it creates a really strong, compelling vision of their future with a presupposition not that they could lose weight, but that they will lose weight. So there is several levels of disassociation in this hypnosis session. The first is that they're going to the future and looking at the photo, perhaps through an imaginary phone or even a printout of a photo, stepping into the memory and then thinking about what it took for them, the kind of regular habits and behaviors, the reduction in snacking, increase in activity that led them to lose another clothing size and to get even slimmer. And there's also a very powerful post-hypnotic suggestion in this as well. And that is that I get them to imagine packing a suitcase filled only with clothes one size lower than their current size. So each time they buy something or pack something in that suitcase, they're giving a post-hypnotic suggestion to themselves that they will lose weight for that upcoming holiday. I would say this is a very good hypnosis session to listen to if two things are taking place. One, that you have got some kind of upcoming holiday in the diary. So there is something specific that you're thinking about. And the second thing is that you're already making progress to lose weight. If you're not starting your weight loss journey yet, I would recommend that you find a different one of my recordings to listen to. But if you are already making progress and you have an upcoming holiday and you want to be slimmer for that holiday, this would be an excellent hypnosis session to listen to maybe several times before you actually start packing that bag with clothing one size smaller. It is created for an individual, and on that basis, some of the suggestions will relate to the variables of that client. She was going on holiday with a friend rather than a partner, for example. That might not be your situation. So if you do like the idea of a bespoke, customized session built entirely around your circumstances and your needs, there will be a link in the description where you can schedule a free consultation call with me to discuss me working with you directly. For now, though, and you might get some value from this session, so for now, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in that relaxation. And as you exhale, that's it, close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, start to become more aware of the sound of your voice, of the rhythm of your breathing. That's it. Just allow it to slow down. Breathing in relaxation and exhaling tension. The slower you breathe, the deeper you breathe. And the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. Scan your body for any clues of tension. That's it. Perhaps your neck or your shoulders, your jaw, your arms or your legs. Just imagine breathing in that feeling of pure, distilled relaxation. And as you exhale, feel a wonderful feeling of release. Almost like that tension is melting away. As you feel your body feeling more comfortable, more relaxed, like you're drifting to a place where powerful changes feel inevitable. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed your body becomes, the more your imagination awakens. And I wonder if you could imagine what it would be like to drift through time 2 months from now. I want you to imagine it's been just a week or two after the trip away, going abroad, spending time by the pool, by the beach, spending time with a friend. And I want you to imagine looking at photos that were taken during that holiday, that experience. And I don't know if you'd be seeing these pictures on a phone or a tablet, or perhaps physically printed photos. Whatever comes to your mind is exactly as it should be. And as you look through those photos, notice how your body has become slimmer, lighter, and you can tell from your facial expressions how much joy, pride, and fun you're having in those moments. And I want you to notice one future memory in particular. The kind where you get to see yourself from a whole new perspective. You get to see yourself the way that people that don't know you would see you. I want you to see yourself not just looking slim, but looking like you've made physical progress, emotional progress. See so much momentum in that one image. Maybe you see yourself out on an evening, perhaps wearing an elegant, stylish dress. See the size and the shape of that dress. I want you to see that this isn't a dress that you're squeezing into. See how well it fits. And perhaps you can't help but feel a sense of pride just looking at that version of you, what they've been able to do in such a short period of time. I want you to imagine what it would feel like to no longer be looking at this memory in a picture, but to step into the picture as if you're in the same room, the same restaurant, or the same town. Just imagine you're a stranger seeing you. Maybe you're there with a friend, and I want you to see the mannerisms, the facial expressions, the way you breathe and move. I want you to see someone very comfortable in their own skin. You didn't need to lose the weight to be worthy or accepted. Your weight loss is just a cause and effect relationship. The more discerning you were, the more your body adapted. Perhaps you can see, even in this memory, that discernment and choices are now habitual. You're eating less food but better quality. And because you're eating less, maybe you're enjoying the food more. That it's fine to treat yourself to better quality when the quantity is reduced. In fact, pleasure, enjoyment, and experiences are becoming amplified. And when you can see that version of you, feeling good, looking good, oozing confidence, let me know by nodding your head. And then imagine stepping into your friend, seeing you from their perspective. And maybe there's a feeling of feeling pride for your accomplishment, happy for the progress that you're making. Maybe they're curious as to how you're losing this weight. But just notice what you notice. When you see yourself through the eyes of someone that likes you, accepts you, wants the best for you. And the more you see yourself in that way, the more you desire to make even better choices. Imagine leaving the perspective of your friend. And now, taking a first-person perspective, climbing into your own body, a body that you will be in 6 weeks from now. Feel how good it feels to have lost that weight. Feel how good it feels to be enjoying the holiday even more, because you're there as a version of you continuing to make progress. You can still enjoy your food, enjoy a glass of wine, but it comes from a place of discernment and moderation, not excess or coping. And I want you to think back. Think back to the choices that led to the very situation that you're in. Continuing to have good quality, real food. food high in protein, food high in nutrients, drinking lots of fresh, clean water. Not complicated things, but things that you were able to do consistently. And it's the consistency that enabled you to really feel that you're at the halfway point. Some people would say anything beyond the halfway point is called the point of no return. Because beyond the halfway point, you're equal distance from where you've come from to where you want to get to. In which case, doesn't it make sense to continue on the journey? Particularly if it's an enjoyable, rewarding journey of accomplishment, pride, better health, and ever-growing confidence. I want you to think about what you did that was consistent, and then think about what you did to accelerate. Consistently having those healthy meals, giving yourself time to allow your body to adapt and get used to burning body fat as fuel. When you would break your fast and have that first meal of the day, and when you would have that last meal of the day, giving your body all of that time to digest before you go to sleep. Certain things were consistent, but other things, the accelerators, were every now and then. Having 1 or 2 days where you don't eat anything, can't live like that. But it's a wonderful gift to give to yourself to amplify the momentum you're already on. Having long walks of a few thousand steps, maybe 1 or 2 hours or more, doesn't need to be done every day. But those long walks, those hikes, those swims, or having a really intense workout in the gym amplifies the progress. I want you to feel that you are unlocking a desire to accelerate your progress. Consider them boosters. They won't get you to the finishing line, but they will speed up your journey. And what you'll find is the more of these accelerators and boosters that you do, the easier it is to maintain those habits, routines, and regular ways of eating. And whenever you have a day or so without eating, you will set the intention in advance to break the fast with an incredibly nutritious food that normally you wouldn't eat, knowing that after a day of not having food, your taste buds will crave and desire something nutritious. So why not take the opportunity to break a fast with something you would like to eat more regularly? I want you to think of this food being nutritionally dense. And maybe it's the kind of food you would see in a salad, but you don't normally have it in your salad. Or the kind of vegetable that is incredibly healthy, but it's rare that you eat this thing. And if you can think of at least 1 or 2 things that you would like to break a fast with, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. As you consider yourself planting a seed in your subconscious mind to crave this as a way of ending a fast. And I want you to think of those long periods of exercise also as accelerators. Anytime you exercise for at least 60 minutes, you can think of a food that you used to eat a lot in the past. And it's almost like you're eating that food that you've already eaten in the past, but you're getting the energy of it now from your body fat. Maybe a sandwich, or maybe just a big slice of cheese, perhaps a glass of wine. Every time you find yourself in situations that in the past you would have eaten or drunk those things and you're not, it can feel like you're doing anything from 15 minutes to an hour of exercise simply by not having that thing. Imagine if you can work out even when you don't work out, simply by not having that food or drink. And then if you do, at 15, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, or an hour of exercise, link it to the kind of food that you would used to eat. As you get a sense that you're spending previous meals. You couldn't spend them at the time. That's why your body stored the energy. But you can spend them now. Perhaps you could think of a big pile of sandwiches or 100 glasses of wine. And each time you exercise for 45 minutes, one of those sandwiches disappears. Every time you go for a 20-minute walk, it's like you're using up one of those glasses of wine. I want you to get a sense that you have a desire to spend what was already stored, simply by increasing physical activity and continuing to make great healthy choices in what you eat and when you eat. That's it. I want you to imagine it's 3 weeks before you go on this trip. I want you to think of the size and the color of the very suitcase you will be using. But I want you to imagine that you've already been shopping for the clothes that you're going to wear on this trip. One size smaller than your current size. And the suitcase is filled with clothes all in that size. The suitcase is packed weeks before you fly as a powerful subconscious message. Not that you could be this size, but that you will be this size. Your brain interprets actions as much more powerful than words. If you tell yourself you will be this size in time for the holiday, it will make some impact. If you buy the clothes and pack the clothes, your brain knows you're serious. Your appetite will reduce. Your desire to be more active and make even better choices will increase. Your desire to seek out those boosters and accelerators will be proportionate to what is required to be wearing the very clothes that are packed. And notice, one of the items of clothing packed in that suitcase is that elegant dress you saw yourself wearing. As you find yourself back there wearing the dress, realizing you manifested this through clear intentions and a powerfully effective strategy. You knew this was going to happen because you steered everything in that direction, building on the momentum already created. No hedging your bets. You packed the bag for the person you were becoming, not the person you were. I want you to imagine stepping into different images of that future holiday that hasn't happened yet, all in clothes that you saw yourself packing in the suitcase. Feel that it isn't a possibility that you'll be wearing these clothes. I want you to feel that it is inevitable that you will be wearing these clothes. Stylish, elegant clothes, one size smaller. And notice, your unconscious mind believes it with absolute certainty. You will be wearing these clothes because you're already building on the momentum already created. And when you get a sense that this is just how it will be, losing weight, becoming this size, knowing it's not the end, but a halfway point to make even more progress. When your unconscious mind believes it to be true, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And then it's time to leave that future memory. Find yourself floating out of the memory into the version of you staring into that picture, realizing this has been a journey within your imagination, a journey of thoughts within thoughts, ideas within ideas, and dreams within dreams. You've glimpsed a compelling vision of your future with absolute certainty that that's where you're going. And in doing so, you have set the coordinates of your future. Like a postcode in a sat-nav, your unconscious is steering you in this direction. Choices, decisions, all aligned to that destination. But it's now time to leave this place in your imagination and return back to the here and the now. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, connect and calibrate into the here and the now, as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.